Jeff.
Coming over to your left. Can you explain what it was like having to watch these last 3 games, knowing you probably could have helped, and what it felt like to come back and contribute to a victory I'm sure this team felt it needed desperately?
Yeah, I mean, the first 2 games, it wasn't too hard to watch. I feel like we were doing our thing, and we just didn't pull it out. A few late stretches where we didn't close it out. But for the most part, those games when I was watching, I didn't feel too bad. The guys were playing well, playing hard, just didn't execute down the stretch. That Indiana game was tough to watch, but I just feel like it kind of slipped out of our hands. We let it get out of control, but it was good to kind of take that as a learning experience, kind of sit on the bench and watch. It was the first time I've been able to do that in a while. And then come out here and just give it all my all today was really, really something special.
We got Todd in the back.
Tyler, you just having the condition of something to play through pain? Is it something that you just kind of have to go with whatever is going to feel like there and get out there and play?
I mean, yeah, every day it's been feeling better. So today was the best it's felt, and I'm just going to keep going from there.
Jim.
Stephen, it's January 17th. I get it's a long ways away from the end of the season, but this feel must-winish in some ways, given what the losing streak and what's coming ahead?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think there's no nights off in this conference, so I think for all of us, we felt like it was a must-win and we wanted to win this. And not that we were desperate, but we kind of had to play like it because we lost 3 in a row. So for us in the locker room, I'd say it was a must-win for us.
Jeff.
Chucky, over to your left here. They had a ton of big 3-pointers, especially Funk, until he missed those last 2. Can you walk us through what you guys were trying to get accomplished that last defensive sequence, and what kind of look did you have at his shot, whether you thought it was going to go in or not?
Yeah, for sure. All week we had been practicing switches. They were running off those, so we just practiced switches. So late down the stretch, we just stuck to our mans and stopped switching, and that kind of took away a couple shots. And I think they were good looks. They just didn't go in, so the ball went our way.
Todd.
Chucky, what did you see on the player you drew the charge and pick it there in the last minute? And a slide over, it looked like maybe. How did you see that develop, and when did you know that you were going to have to be forced into that?
For sure. I was kind of surprised he did get the charge because, he's a very smart player. He plays off 2 feet. But, I just saw his head was down dribbling, and I was able to go and slide there and take the charge.
The camera in the back.
Chucky and Steven, just talking about this, obviously it's great to have Tyler back, but this stretch that you guys went through, how do you think this group was kind of battle tested, and what did you guys feel like this whole team learned while Tyler was out?
I think we all had to grow a little bit individually. Coach is telling us we didn't all have to grow by 50%, we all had to grow by 1 or 2%, and I think we did that. A lot of different guys had to step up and come off the bench, like Chris Hodges, Marcus Ilver, a couple of those guys, Isaac Lindsey, Kamari McGee, those guys, they had to play a little more than they're used to, and I think that's overall good for us, and it's good for us in the long run.
I agree.
Right here in front.
Tyler, Steven had another big game for you guys tonight. Obviously, you said you had a chance to kind of step back and watch things when you were out. What have you seen him, how have you seen him progress this season from where he started when the year began?
There's not a whole lot I can say. I just think he's turning into a grown man. He's a force in this league now, and I'm just really excited. He's got a few more years left here.
In the back here, please. Go ahead, Joe.
I have another one for you. Obviously, they don't change the starting lineup around here that frequently. Greg doesn't. Made a change tonight with Connor. Can you address what you thought you saw from Connor tonight, but also what you thought you saw from Jordan Davis? Because you're talking about an older guy who loses his starting job, and sometimes that can be difficult to accept and embrace.
Yeah, Connor's been great. He's really grown over these last few games with me out. He's kind of taken a bigger step. And he's gotten into Big Ten play, and it's definitely gotten a little more physical. He's taken it head on. He's taken it as a challenge. Never backs down. And from Jordan, I just think it speaks to this team and its chemistry, where we really don't care about who's getting the points, who's dribbling the ball. We're going to do what it takes to win, and all 16 guys are on board with that.
Todd in the back.
Even how did the way you started shooting the game inside today help you kind of fuel the rest of it, get a little confidence going, and get that hook, either with left or the right, to go a few times?
Yeah, no, it feels good, or it felt good to get those couple buckets right away. I know I've kind of been struggling in the first half of some games, and I kind of turned on in the second half, so I kind of want to be more aggressive in the first half. But I think that's for anyone. If you see your first couple shots go down, you get more confidence, and that carries on throughout the game.
Right up here, please.
Really, for any of you, those of us who cover Penn State say that Jalen Pickett sort of has an old man at the YMCA game with his back to the basket, sort of a physical, played 22 if you don't know everybody by name. What makes him unique to guard and what makes him hard to guard?
You know, it makes it hard to guard because they have shooters all around, so you can't really dig. And if you dig, he's going to find the shooters, and they're going to knock it down. So I give him credit for that. You know, the way he plays, you know, I love it. You know, I love the back down game. You know, I kind of love getting the post myself. But, you know, when you're just dribbling in the paint for like 10 seconds, you know, it makes it really hard to guard. So, you know, credit to him for that.